The Ballon d'Or is no stranger to controversy. It's often labelled a popularity contest, and this has been the case for longer than you may think. It certainly divides opinion, with this year being no exception. So who would you have voted for in these 6 Ballon d'Or robberies? Franck Ribéry 2013. 2013 was a special year for Franck Ribéry. He was in special form that season and led Bayern Munich to join the elite few clubs who have won the treble. Remember that famous Ribéry dribble that had Leo Messi sitting on the floor? That was how intense Ribéry was. And it wasn't just the dribble. Bayern Munich steamrolled over Barcelona in an embarrassing 7-0 defeat on aggregate. After making a mess of that Barcelona side, Ribéry also contributed to Bayern's domination of the Bundesliga. Bayern not only won the league, they did it in style with a ruthless 25-point lead over their closest rivals, Borussia Dortmund. Unfortunately for Dortmund, they didn't just lose the Bundesliga to Bayern. When the two teams met in the DFB Pokal final, Bayern beat them 2-1 to win the trophy as well. 2013 just wasn't Dortmund's year, and it was Klopp's final with the club. Ribéry ended the year playing 54 games and with 53 contributions across all competitions, 26 goals and 27 assists. However, it wasn't the goal contributions that set him apart. The Frenchman showed incredible skill on the ball to produce moments of brilliance in big games, leading to lots of goals for his team. With his goal contributions and team success, everyone was certain that it would be Ribéry's year at the Ballon d'Or. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't win any major trophy with Real Madrid, although he did have an impressive 68 goal contributions for Madrid in 55 appearances in all competitions. Messi then had 77 goal contributions for Barcelona in 50 appearances and won La Liga. As impressive as those two were, nothing could compare to the treble that Ribéry won with his team. Unfortunately, Ribéry didn't win the much-coveted award. And what's worse, he wasn't even second. Ronaldo was first, Messi was second, and Ribéry was third, and the world was outraged, as was the Frenchman. He said, "It was unfair. It was an incredible season for me, and I should have won it." Thierry Henry, 2003. Some say Ribéry lost the award because the Ballon d'Or is an award for individual performances. Well, in that case, why didn't Henry win it in 2003? Before Messi and Ronaldo made having over 60 goal contributions for the club in a season look ordinary, it was a pretty special thing. Thierry Henry was among the few that managed it with a cherry on top. He set the record for most assists in a Premier League season. Kevin De Bruyne has matched that record since. In the 2002-2003 season, Henry won the FA Cup, the PFA Players Player of the Year award, and FWA Footballer of the Year awards. He managed 32 goals and 28 assists in 2003. It was an excellent season for him, but it wasn't enough to win the Ballon d'Or. Czech Republic and Juventus midfielder Pavel Nedved won it instead. Now, while Nedved was also spectacular for Juventus, he scored 14 goals and provided 17 assists. In terms of individual efforts, brilliance and influence, Henry was superior. However, Juventus did win the Scudetto and reached the Champions League final, where they played AC Milan in an all-Italian final. However, Juve lost on penalties. Back in those days, the Champs League was a big part of the decision-making for the Ballon d'Or, and this must be why Henry was snubbed. Henry would have a crack at the award next year and was up against Andriy Shevchenko, Deco and Ronaldinho. After playing a pivotal role for Arsenal in their invincible season, he didn't even make it to the top 3. We think Thierry has the right to feel a little hard done by to not have a Ballon d'Or to his name. What do you think? Virgil van Dijk, 2019. Defensive players don't have a great history with the Ballon d'Or. Only 3 defenders have won it. The most recent among them is Fabio Cannavaro in 2006. Despite this, when Van Dijk had the chance to win, fans were expecting him to clean the award easily. It was Van Dijk that pretty much single-handedly solved Liverpool's defensive woes. Liverpool won the Champions League, dumping out Barcelona in a sensational 4-0 win in the second leg of the semis with the famous quick corner from Trent to Origi. And although Liverpool would later lose out on the Premier League to City, despite scoring 97 points, Van Dijk stood out. He helped the team concede the fewest goals in the league. All of this was possible for him because he wasn't only a defender, but also a leader of men. Van Dijk added 10 goal contributions across all competitions for Liverpool, with 4 being in the Champions League. What Van Dijk did wasn't enough though, as he lost the award to Messi. LM10 was impressive that season as usual, scoring 51 goals and providing 22 assists for Barcelona. However, Van Dijk and his team conquered European club football, and that should have given him an edge. But does popularity supersede achievement? Messi won by just 7 points, and Van Dijk even put him first in his list, meaning that if Verge didn't put Messi in his top 3, and neither did just one other person, the award would have been his. It was that close. Wesley Sneijder, 2010. Lionel Messi must have been surprised to win the Ballon d'Or in 2010. He had a fantastic season, scoring 47 goals and producing 12 assists. Barcelona would also win La Liga and the FIFA Club World Cup. However, Jose Mourinho would not let Barcelona win the Champions League, as his Inter Milan beat them in the semi-final. Wesley Sneijder played a big part in Barcelona's defeat. In the first leg, he scored one and assisted another as Inter defeated Barca 3-1. When Inter played Bayern in the final, the Dutch playmaker came alive again and set up Diego Milito's first goal. Inter defeated Bayern to win the Champions League and complete their treble. After a great season with his club, Sneijder picked up where he left off with Inter and orchestrated the Netherlands' success in the 2010 World Cup and won 4 Man of the Match awards on the way. The playmaker led his team to a final with Spain, but the Netherlands lost to Spain in extra time. Despite the loss, Sneijder stood out with his performances and was the World Cup's joint top scorer. Unfortunately, not only did Sneijder not win the Ballon d'Or, he didn't even make it to the podium, as he was ranked the 4th best behind Iniesta and Xavi. Winning the treble and getting to the World Cup final? We think this could be the worst one on this list. Robert Lewandowski, 2020. Robert Lewandowski won the limited edition Gerd Müller Striker of the Year prize, and it is the worst consolation he could ever get. The Polish could have won the 2020 Ballon d'Or with his impressive 55 goals for Bayern, but COVID-19 struck. Robert was odds-on favourite to win the 2020 award after leading Bayern to the quadruple, but for the organisers calling it off due to lack of sufficient fair conditions, which is a reference to the lack of football played over the year. When Messi stepped up to collect his 2021 Ballon d'Or, he exclaimed his sadness and that Lewandowski deserved the 2020 award. Erling Haaland, 2023. Erling Haaland won the treble in his first season in England. He wasn't some passenger whose teammates carried to glory. Haaland worked hard for the team, scoring all manner of goals. He scored 52 goals in 53 appearances for City in all competitions. In the Premier League alone, he scored 36 goals in a single season and set many new records. When it came to trophies, Haaland was a treble winner. But to the voters of the Ballon d'Or, Messi's World Cup win was superior to this. In terms of goals and assists, Messi played catch-up to Haaland, but in a way, Messi's popularity and long career gave him an advantage. While winning the World Cup is a solid reason for Messi winning, many fans can't shake the feeling that Haaland was robbed. What do you think? The Ballon d'Or should be the award that settles the argument of a player's abilities, but it's caused more arguments due to some apparent robberies. So which of these robberies is the worst? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support our channel.